This is going to be a cool video, guys. It's definitely one to watch. But I've got to film this, especially when I found out it's like one of one. So yeah. Hi YouTube, and welcome back to another video, and I am joined behind me by two James Bond Lotuses. We've got the new and the old, the 1978 Lotus Esprit, and we've got the Lotus 2017 Evora 410 Sport. Let me just talk to you about these two cars first. Both these two cars were owned by the same owner. You had this one in his collection, which is the car, or one of the cars that they used in the James Bond film, The Spy Who Loved Me. This, I believe, was like a submarine car in the movie. Obviously this one isn't, as it's on tarmac and it has four wheels. And then this is the actual James Bond edition Evora 410 Sport. It's the only James Bond car out there, and if you Google it, there's a picture of this car. It comes up with a different number plate, but then this is the actual number plate the car is registered to. So yeah, then he added this one to the collection, so he's got two sort of matching cars. So yeah, that's an actual James Bond edition. I'll show you in a minute the interiors. As they've both got tartan interiors. We've also got the retro and the new school, but there are some similarities between these two cars, hence why I was just going to do the Evora, but we brought the Esprit up so we could do both of them and do a little James Bond 007 comparison for you guys. So guys, this Evora 410 Sport James Bond edition was made dedicated to the 40th anniversary of the Series 1 car that was used in the James Bond film. Some walk arounds. Let's start with the old, then we'll go on to the new. So this is the 1978 Lotus Esprit. So like I said, this was featured as a submarine type Lotus in one of the James Bond films. So this isn't technically a James Bond edition, but it was the car that they used in one of the films. So yeah, a very nice classic lines. It's like a little Ferrari from this way, isn't it? An old school Ferrari. The Esprit badges either side on the rear quarter panels, and then we have the old style door handle there. Now look at this for retro, hey? Red and green tartan seats, bright orange carpet. There's the handbrake there. Can you see? We've got orange leather, bright orange carpet, which I actually quite like, but the orange and the red and green I wouldn't say is the best sort of colour match, but what were they thinking? But it's quite cool. Got tartan on the door cards. We've got ashtrays either side, which look like they've never been used. Yeah, the gear stick is down there. Now look at the seating position. I'm not too struck on this. It's like you're sort of laying down. See how sort of sloped that is? You join me in my laying down position in the old Esprit. It's very hot in here just because there's so many fabrics and stuff going on. There's a really nice sort of dash around here. It's really old school, an old school wooden gear knob, an old Motorola radio. There's even like a door pocket in here. Yeah, I just don't like the seating position. I'm really sort of like leaning back. It's not very comfy. We got these, must be for the oh yeah, must have electric windows. Then we got the old school Lotus wooden gear knob, the radio I was just telling you about. You got all your light panel switches there, and then a sweeping cluster, dashboard cluster comes around, and you've got the steering wheel, so even that's in a sort of greeny colour. There's like a glove box thing here that I don't want to do it. It opens somehow, I guess. And then there's a little tartan pocket here which you can put your hand behind and put things in. There's a centre console but it won't open. And then behind me here, I believe you can see the engine, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. It's about 30 degrees today, so I'm getting out. That is the walk around and a sit around of the Esprit interior, I think. So let's carry on showing you around the exterior of the car anyway. This is the passenger side. I don't know if you can still see how sloped those seats are. They're actually quite comfy seats, just the seating position isn't too great. This nice World Championship Car Constructors badge on the back. 2 badges on either side of the front panels, styled by Giugiaro. Do you think I said that right? I think for an old car this front end is quite sexy. I mean, like, there's not even much arch gap going on, guys. That is proper sloping. Personally, I even like the square sort of back to it. This particular Esprit has got a twin tailpipe there, sporting the Westover Sports Cars number plate. I'm going to chance opening the boot again because when I did a minute ago I couldn't shut it properly, so I'm not going to show you the engine, unfortunately. I might be able to in the Evora, we'll wait and see. So it began making the Series 1 Esprit in 1976. Like I say, this is a 1978. Featuring a 2-litre engine which will put out 140 brake horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.8 seconds with a top speed of 133 miles per hour. There's my Spider lurking in the background, so let's go on to the younger sister, which is the Evora 410 Sport James Bond Edition. 410 Sport badge basically comes from the fact that this Evora has 410 horsepower. Not bad. This car has a 3.5 litre supercharged V6. Car can do 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4 seconds with a top speed of 192 miles per hour. Made 150 of these 410 Sport models, but only one James Bond model, and that is the one behind me, so I feel very lucky to have this car behind me and to be filming it, in that matter. Carbon is everywhere. We've got it on the back engine cover, we've got it on the roof, we have got it on the mirrors, we've got it on the bonnet there, we got it on the front lip there, and I think that's all the carbon fibre. Oh, there's a bit inside as well. Fibre on the rear lip. We've got parking sensors, one giant almighty rear exhaust pipe sticking out there. So this is a 2017 car. The back of this, it hasn't got like many light clusters going on. I quite like it. It's quite basic with the 2 main lights, then you got your sort of reversing lights down there, I guess. But yeah, I really like the sort of slope in back of this. It's quite different to that shape. So you got the quite square shape, then you got more rounded, curvy, bootylicious shape. Another nice sloping front end to the Evora. Evora badges on both the rear panels. Like some air intaker gaps going on. They must go straight down to the wheels there to cool the wheels and brakes down a bit. You got a really nice front end there. Again, I don't know what to compare it to really. A Lotus, because that's what it looks like, and it doesn't really look like anything else, I don't suppose. But yeah, it's a really nice front end. The front is coming in. Obviously got the number plate in the middle there. So let's do an interior sit around, walk around. See the similarity. So we have red and black tartan leather on the door cards. We also have these mega thin carbon fibre backed seats. These are rock hard but lovely. So again, you got red and tartan with half leather actually, bucket seats with carbon backs like I've just said. We've got black carpet which makes a change to the bright orange in the Esprit. So hot, even this one is hot. Right, so inside, seating position is actually a seating position. It's actually, I could actually drive this. It's quite low. I doubt you've got any height adjustment in these because it is what it is. We've got the flat bottom steering wheel, lots of Alcantara bits, which I'll show you on the dash in a minute, which actually is very similar to my 124 Abarth. We've got an Alpine touchscreen unit. We've also got a wooden gear knob like we had in the Esprit. Yeah, some carbon fibre touches in here as well. Nice little buttons in the centre console here. So let's give you more of a look around. Showing you the tartan bit of the door card. We've got Alcantara, the door handle, I guess, well, you wouldn't want to hold on to that as well as drive. So we have got the Alcantara and leather flat bottom steering wheel with some buttons here. We got the boring clocks, but hey ho, and there's a little digital bit there which I believe is your like petrol display. Oh, and there's another bit there actually. Then we got your stop start button. lights and bits and bobs there. In the middle we got the radio unit, and then we have these buttons here, the wooden gear knob which the Esprit has also, where it should be. And then we got the passenger. These are really, I love the tartan. What do you guys think? I like it. And then we got the Alcantara with the red stitching, just like I've got in my Abarth. Oh look, sport button, paste button. And then look at this, we've got a little hand built by Richard. So if you're watching, then comment below, and you did a good job hand building this car. Carbon going on with the interior and the exterior of the Evora, and the door shuts better than it does on the old one as well. View from the passenger side of the Evora. I'm loving this tartan. Actually ended up with the Evora keys in my hand. Oh my goodness, I can't drive it, but what I am going to do is start it up and give it some revs, because it sounds lovely. However, we won't on the old one because it had a bit of trouble firing up, poor old girl, so we're just going to do some noises from the newer Evora. Well, that sounded pretty impressive. I put the sport mode on, which opens the valves, but wow, that was very loud. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. A big thank you to Westover Sports Cars, otherwise known as Westover Abarth, where we buy all our cars from, especially the nice ones. So yeah, for taking this Sunday to bring out the cars out the dealership, bring them up to this VIP rooftop parking location, which I've got all to myself at the moment. So yeah, thank you guys for letting me film this video. Both these cars are obviously for sale, so if you do want to buy one, I'll leave the details, contact details to Westover Sports Cars in the description below. And if you maybe want to buy me one, then the contact details for Westover Sports Cars are below. If you're thinking of buying me one, I'll probably have the 85,000 as Evora, thank you. I'll leave the Esprit for someone else. But joking aside, what one would you rather have, the retro Esprit or the more modern one James Bond edition Evora 410 Sport? Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching me film the one and only James Bond Lotus Evora and the old James Bond Lotus Esprit. Yeah, when I came in the dealership the other day, I thought I've got to film this, especially when I found out it's like one of one. So yeah, I feel quite lucky. I don't think I've seen anyone get their hands or get their cameras on this car, so this is going to be a cool video, guys. It's definitely one to watch, which hopefully you have done. Follow me on Instagram. I'm just about to take photos of these two beauties behind me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Abarth videos, big videos of our large car collection that we have at home, and car related videos in general. Follow me on Instagram for plenty of car photos, and like this video if you like the James Bond edition Lotuses I have behind me. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go and catch some breeze. See you later. Done. Follow me on Instagram. That's one put away, time to put the other one away. So we go back up the ramp. It's a bit of a workout. And we got one Evora left, which I still have the key for. But the car's where we're reversing them down, so none of the fronts hit on this little bit of the ramp here. All good fun. Cars have gone back in the dealership, in the showroom, reversed them down the ramps. That just leaves me with the little spider at the top. Still have the Evora downstairs.